Most people think bone health starts and ends with calcium and dairy. But bones are far more complex than that. Bone density is built from a network of minerals, proteins, and structural support systems working together over time. Today, we're going to break down secret bone-increasing foods that almost no one talks about. Foods that support bone density without relying on milk or dairy, and that actually strengthen bone structure from the inside out. Bones are living tissue. They constantly break down and rebuild through a process called bone remodeling. For bones to become denser and stronger, the body needs more than just calcium. It needs magnesium, vitamin K, silica, protein, and trace minerals that help calcium get absorbed, positioned, and locked into bone properly. Many of the most powerful bone-supporting foods are overlooked simply because they aren't marketed as bone foods. One of the most underrated bone-building foods is leafy green vegetables, especially dark greens like kale, collard greens, and Swiss chard. These are rich in vitamin K, which plays a critical role in directing calcium into bones, rather than allowing it to accumulate in soft tissues. Without enough vitamin K, calcium cannot effectively strengthen bone, no matter how much of it you consume. Another powerful and rarely discussed group is silica-rich foods. Silica is essential for bone matrix formation. It helps give bones flexibility, structure, and resilience, making them less brittle. As we age, silica levels decline, which contributes to weaker bones. Some of the best natural sources of silica include oats, brown rice, barley, cucumbers with the skin on, leafy greens, and bananas. These foods support the collagen-like framework that minerals bind to, which is critical for true bone density, not just mineral buildup. Whole grains, especially minimally processed ones, also deserve attention. Unlike refined grains, whole grains provide magnesium, phosphorus, and silica, all of which support bone structure. Magnesium is particularly important because it helps regulate calcium balance and supports bone crystal formation. Diets low in magnesium are consistently linked to lower bone density. Beans and lentils are another overlooked bone-supporting category. They provide plant-based protein, magnesium, potassium, and trace minerals needed for bone remodeling. Protein is essential for bone density because roughly 1/3 of bone mass is made of protein matrix. Without enough protein, bones may lose density even if mineral intake is adequate. Nuts and seeds are also powerful bone allies. Sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and chia seeds provide magnesium, zinc, and boron. Boron is a trace mineral that helps reduce bone loss by supporting hormone balance and improving how the body uses calcium and vitamin D. These nutrients help slow bone breakdown and support long-term bone strength. Another secret bone-supporting food group is fatty fish, not for calcium, but for vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids. Vitamin D improves calcium absorption, while omega-3s reduce inflammation that accelerates bone loss. Chronic inflammation signals the body to break down bone faster, so reducing it is essential for preserving density. Fermented foods such as sauerkraut, kimchi, and natto also play an indirect but important role. Bone health is closely tied to gut health. A healthy gut improves mineral absorption, including calcium and magnesium. Natto, in particular, is one of the richest food sources of vitamin K2, which is especially effective at strengthening bones. Vegetables like onions and garlic are another hidden category. They contain sulfur compounds that help reduce bone breakdown and support connective tissue. Research has linked regular onion consumption to improved bone density, especially as people age. It's also important to talk about what makes these foods effective together. Bone density improves when minerals are absorbed efficiently, guided to the right place, and supported by a strong structural framework. Silica supports structure. Magnesium supports balance. Vitamin K directs minerals. Protein builds the matrix. When these nutrients come from whole foods, they work together naturally. Bone loss doesn't happen suddenly. It happens quietly, year by year, when the body lacks the materials it needs to rebuild bone properly. The goal isn't to chase one nutrient. It's to create an environment where bones are supported daily. Strong bones are not built by dairy alone. They are built by diverse, mineral-rich, whole foods that support structure, density, and resilience over time. Bone health is not about short-term fixes. It's about long-term strength, stability, and staying resilient as you age.